Hello, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Thank you very much for being a time traveler. I hope that you're doing well today. This is your new moon and Sagittarius reading. It is a collective general reading. It is not individualized nor personalized to you. Messages may come through today that do not fully resonate. And if that happens, don't get upset. It just means that one message is meant for someone else watching. So take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't, and be sure to check out your other placements. With all of that said now, let's begin. Your oracle card, Horned Cactus, Resourcefulness, card number 29. Your first moonology card, last quarter moon in Aries, work through your feelings. And then you have your second moonology card, Moon Circles, Support. Okay, tell me more about this here for Aries, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What do they need to know about Horned Cactus, Resourcefulness, card number 29, Work Through Your Feelings, last quarter moon in Aries, and Moon Circles, Support. Sort of giving me like Three of Cups vibes over there. All right, let's get a 6-card spread here, please, for Aries. One more shuffle. Thank you. You have the Ace of Swords. You have the Two of Pentacles, you have the Empress, you have the Eight of Cups, you have the Five of Swords, and you have the Queen of Wands. The bottom of the deck, you have Five of Wands, you have the Death card, and you have the Four of Cups. Let's begin to clarify this. Clarify the Ace of Swords here, please, for Aries. Clarify the Ace of Swords here, please, for Aries. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Ace of Swords is clarified by the Page of Swords, the Emperor, which is you, and the Star card. Tell me about the Eight of Cups here. Tell me about the Eight of Cups here. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Eight of Cups is clarified by the Page of Cups, the King of Cups, and Temperance. Oh. Why is the Two of Pentacles here? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Two of Pentacles is clarified by the Four of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Five of Swords. Why is the Five of Swords here? Why is the Five of Swords here? One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Five of Swords is clarified by the Fool, the Nine of Cups, and the Six of Wands. The Empress. This is part of your support network. Thank you. The Empress is clarified by the Hanged Man, the Five of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Eight of Cups, which we had here. And now tell me about this Queen of Wands here. Let's scoot that back a little bit. Why is the Queen of Wands here for Aries? One more shuffle. Thank you. Queen of Wands is clarified by the High Priestess, the Two of Cups, and the Hierophant. Bottom of the deck, Six of Pentacles. I feel like I've tapped into a group of Aries here, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements, that at some point in your past, and I don't know what past is because it's collective, so for some of you this was a week ago, for others of you could have been 10 years or 20 years ago, there was an individual here in your life that you felt very much attracted to. This was the type of individual you saw as your equal, Emperor to Empress. And you could be either or. I don't read body parts. I only read energy. But you saw this as someone that you could have some kind of lifelong commitment with. I feel like you trusted this person. I think you saw this person as wish fulfillment. Even though you're represented here as the Emperor, there's something here about you having this person on a little bit of a pedestal. And I don't know why that is. Maybe you thought they were too good looking for you. Maybe you thought that they were, you know, younger than you, or they had a nicer body. I'm getting a lot of physical stuff here, but it could be for some of you, you just looked at them like they were more successful than you, or that they had more money or more potential. There definitely is, which is odd. I don't usually say that when I see Emperor to the Empress, but there's something here where you had this person on a little bit of a pedestal. I think you had a lot of love for this person. I don't think you really expressed how much this person actually meant to you. And I don't know why that is. There's a feeling here of, I tried to be very balanced, or I tried to be very controlled. I had a lot of deep feelings for this person. Maybe I just didn't express to them how much they actually meant to me. I feel like this individual, this is someone you're no longer in a romantic partnership with. And I feel like whether or not you have had other romantic connections since then, you've never been as vulnerable as you were with them. And I feel like for most of you, this person walked away from you. And you are a little bit now of a horned cactus. You become very resourceful when it comes to romantic partnerships, but you're not very quick to fall as deeply in love as you did back then. You almost saw this person as angelic in some way. And I think it was someone that you never foresaw them leaving your life. And they did. I had a book, and I don't know if I still have it here. I'd have to look downstairs. But I had purchased a book a while ago on Amazon, and it was called How to Love a Cactus. And I kind of feel like that's you here. Ever since this person left, do you still have other relations in your life? Sure, you probably have had several even romantic relations in your life, but never quite like that person. I don't think you ever truly processed the loss. The Two of Pentacles here, we have the Four of Cups, we have the King of Wands, and we have the Five of Swords. This is the feeling of often thinking about this person, thinking about the loss, thinking about the betrayal. Again, you may be in another connection now, or have had other connections since, but you don't invest the way you used to invest, because whatever this person did or said, or how they walked away from you. This person was, to you, a critical part of your support system, of your relational infrastructure. And I feel like there's still a part of you, that Five of Swords to the Five of Swords, that loss, that feeling defeated, even as you entered a new beginning, a new life chapter without this person. Again, I think there are other areas of your life that you're very emotionally content in. And you may be in a new partnership by now. I don't know how long ago this happened for you, but you still carry with you that same Five of Swords, that feeling of internal tension when you think about this person, this Empress. The Hangman, the Five of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Eight of Cups. It's like you are continually suspended in that moment of time that that person left you or walked out of your life. Again, you've moved on. It looks like you've moved on, and you've had a lot of victory or success in your life since then. Maybe public recognition. You've had some wishes fulfilled. You've been victorious. And like I said, you may even be in another connection now. But Hangman is at the bottom of the deck here. Look at that. Hangman to Temperance to the Tower. And then you have Temperance here to the Hangman. There's still a part of you, Five of Cups was right behind that. There's still a part of you that carries the loss and grief of that connection. Now, you have someone new here. I don't know how much of a relationship you have with this individual. The High Priestess, the Two of Cups, and the Hierophant. This is a highly spiritual connection. This is someone that you find very attractive. Most of you are currently in a relationship with this person. If you're a single Aries watching, then this would be the new person coming in for you. I just don't think that there's a potential here for you to be not as vulnerable with this person. Even though you feel a soul connection here, and this very well could be or could become a lifelong partner for you. But I feel like you could potentially jeopardize this connection if it's currently in your life. And if not, it's a new one coming in. You could potentially jeopardize it if you don't actually work through those feelings of that initial loss from way back when. Because your life has transformed, but man, you still hold on to that Five of Wands and that Four of Cups feeling when this person here walked out of your life. Tell me more now about this Queen of Wands here. They could be another fire sign. So your new moon in Sagittarius message here is you either have this new connection or you're about to meet this new person, but you really need to work through that initial loss. Otherwise, with this individual, yeah, it's going to be difficult for this person to get close to you. Because you have a bit of a barbed wire exterior, energetically speaking. And this person, having this spiritual connection with you, they know it. You don't even have to tell them about this person. This person would probably already intuitively know it. The Queen of Wands is the second most intuitive queen. And this relationship is paired with the High Priestess and the Hierophant. Tell me more about this Queen of Wands. And again, could be King of Wands. I don't read body parts. Tell me more about the Queen of Wands. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Queen of Wands is clarified by Seven of Cups, Ace of Cups, and the Four of Wands. Bottom of the deck, you have a Queen of Pentacles. You have the Four of Swords. And the Ten of Pentacles. So this may be the connection that you saw as like going places. So this new connection is almost tainted by the heartache and loss that you experience in that past connection. This person has a lot of love to give you, a lot of emotion to give you. This is someone that you very well could end up living with, being married to. But I'm asking who this person is. I'm getting a feeling here of like kind of fantasy-ish, but you appear to be reluctant to fully emotionally engage with this individual because although maybe you look at them as very attractive or they're fantasy-like, right, with that Neptune and Pisces kind of daydreamy, Seven of Cup energy, and this person has a lot of love for you, and there is stability in the connection, 7 cups plus that 1 cup is 8 cups. And there's still something here that's reminiscent for you about what I would title the one that got away, or at least that's how you energetically or emotionally see it. Tell me a little bit more about this Queen of Wands here. Tell me more about the Queen of Wands. One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have Temperance. You have the Hanged Man again. And you have the Ace of Wands. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Wands. So there is a new relationship here since this one. This is either currently in your energy or it will be coming in soon. I feel like this is a really spiritual connection. I'm not discounting what you had with this person or how much emotion that you felt for them, but you continually are very reserved with this person. I'm not saying you don't have feelings for them, but you're probably more prone to act intimately or sexually with them with that Ace of Wands than you are from a heart space. And that can become very burdensome in this connection because this person has a lot of love for you. This person has a tremendous amount of love to you and they feel spiritually called to you. They feel like they are your spiritual equal. Now, whether they are or not, I don't know, but that's how they see it. That's how they feel it. 6 of Swords, which you had here twice, 5 of Swords and 5 of Swords. This could very well be the next chapter of true love partnership for you and a divine connection at that. But you don't seem to be as emotionally invested in this person as maybe they are in you. And again, I think it's because there's a reluctancy here because of this past heartache that you never quite fully healed from. Five of Wands, Death card, and the Four of Cups. There's still a part of you that's conflicted about, can I ever be as fully vulnerable as I was with the one that got away? What is this person's feelings towards Aries? What is this person's feelings towards Aries? One more shuffle. Thank you. Their feelings towards you. Judgment, Ace of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Cups. This person sees you as everything. You have three of the four aces here. You have the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. This is someone who finds you to be emotionally, spiritually, and sexually compatible to them. But this person exists in this connection in the Five of Cups. They're not completely emotionally fulfilled. And what's missing here is the Ace of Swords. This person sometimes wonders if they are your wish fulfillment, or if you still think about the person that you used to be with. This person has a lot of love for you. Nine of Cups. They see you as the creme de la creme. Nine of Cups, 10 of Cups, Queen of Swords. Oh my God. They could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They don't have to be. I also have Pisces on the table. Scorpio. Taurus, Sagittarius. I mean, this is, I see it very clearly that Aries is everything that I want in a person. But you not being emotionally available fully to them is a burden that they carry. It's an emotional burden that this person carries. Let's get you some advice here, Aries. So there's definitely something here where if you want to make this work with this person, you might need to have an honest conversation with them about what your feelings really are for them, and also why you're so reluctant to, and I don't think you're reluctant to trust this person. I think you're reluctant to trust yourself to fall in love again. Because the last time you did, the Emperor went all in. This was your truth. You have no Ace of Swords with this person, but you had it with that past person. That was, you saw with absolute clarity. No doubt about it. For some of you, this is like a love relationship when you were a lot younger. With that Page of Swords. But you felt that person was your happily ever after. Let's get you 3 cards of advice here for how you can work through your feelings. One more shuffle here. Thank you. What can you do to work through these feelings? Queen of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, and the Seven of Wands. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Wands. I think you need to be honest with yourself that you are not 100% fully capable to show up emotionally, that you're a bit guarded and a bit defensive when it comes to opening up your heart. And it's something that you have experienced over and over again, one relationship to the next, to the next, to the next, all because of that one wound that stems back from that person that broke your heart, however long ago that happened. And so I feel like the first step here to you working through your feelings is you being honest. That the reason why you're guarded, the reason maybe you're non-committal, the reason why you're hesitant to fully fall in love is because you never actually fully processed the loss of someone you once upon a time saw as your equal. 10 of Wands, Justice, and a Knight of Swords. Here's that honest conversation with yourself. I never processed the loss, the burden. Now, let's get you some 3 cards of advice on how you can deal with this individual. Because this person's made the judgment call. You're it for them. 10 of Pentacles, like you're it for them. 3 cards of advice on how Aries can maneuver the connection with this individual. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Chariot, the Devil, and the Moon. Holy bonkers. Bottom of deck, 7 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and the World card. Well, Oh, and Queen of Wands. And we're clarifying Queen of Wands here. So you can have a conversation with this individual, possibly in this new moon in Sagittarius, and be very honest with them about your doubts, fears, and insecurities, and maybe even the emotional unsteadiness that you felt in this connection. That although you want victory and you're determined to, you know, maybe make this relationship work with this person, you have a lot of fears, doubts, and insecurities. Because the last time you went all in, you were burned. The last time you invested a lot from your heart space, it came to an end. And I think this person having this much love and hope and promise for you and for their connection with you, I think they would understand. Queen of Wands, the Strength card, the Seven of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Two of Pentacles. I think this person would actually finally get it, Aries. I think they're going to realize, wow, okay, so Aries maybe hasn't been purposefully sabotaging this relationship. They've just been up in their head. The Eight of Swords is, for me, the minor arcana to the Devil card, not astrologically speaking, but that's how I see it, that repetitive, negative pattern. I think this person has compassion for you. I think this person has an enormous amount of compassion for you. With that Queen of Wands to the Strength card, this is someone who will have more patience with you, be less demanding of you. This is someone you would be able to lean on. They would comfort you, and they would realize that you have not been purposefully sabotaging a connection with them. You've just been up in your head about the last time you felt this much, you lost someone very significant to you. I think this person would understand. And the new moon in Sagittarius would be the opportune time, if this message resonated for you, to express this to them. Now, if you're a single Aries, this is something you can work on now. And when this person does enter your life, we'll get you timing now. That would be the ideal time for you to have that conversation with that person. Can we get timing for my Aries who are single? For the Aries watching who are single, when will they be meeting this person? Not every card in tarot is timing, so if I have to grab that timing deck, I will. But for the majority of Aries watching who are single, when will they be meeting this person? One more shuffle here. Thank you. The High Priestess, well, that's Pisces season, so that is coming up. We're about a week shy of entering Capricorn. And from there, we have Aquarius and then Pisces. So you're looking at the end of February until about the third week of March, right before your season. So that whole month, preceding your season is when you're meeting this individual. So this would be the conversation you would have with this person. Yeah, look at that High Priestess to the High Priestess. So if you're single, that's when this entity comes in. For others of you, this new moon in Sagittarius is a time for you to be honest with yourself about this, and then also honest with this individual about it as well. Again, I think you have someone here who will be exceptionally compassionate with you. I think they knew it all along. This seems to be a highly intuitive individual. I just think they were waiting to hear you actually say it. That's what I have for you, Aries. That is your new moon in Sagittarius reading. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.